Happy morning, happy afternoon, and happy evening to all my Nanbas and Nanbis. I have picked each of the concepts from each chapter, guys, where in my opinion these are important, and most of the time students tend to miss these concepts. So, quickly let's revise these 5 concepts in 5 minutes, guys. The first chapter, Essentials of a Strategic Vision. Now, essentials of a strategic vision has 4 points, guys. Vision is basically the blueprint of company's future position. I'm sure you'll know what is vision, but essentials of a strategic vision. The first point, the entrepreneurial challenge in developing a strategic vision is to think creatively about how to prepare the company for the future. Forming a strategic vision is an exercise in intelligent entrepreneurship. A well articulated vision creates enthusiasm among the team members, and the best worded vision statement clearly illuminates the direction in which the organization is headed. Just 4 points. They can test this question for 4 marks. Think creatively, exercise in intelligent entrepreneurship, enthusiasm among the team members, and it gives the direction in which the organization is headed. Going to the second question, talking about customer behavior. Again, there are 4 points here for customer behavior, and key success factors. I've also added one small question there. Customer behavior, 4 points. Now, these are the 4 points: external influence, internal influence, decision making process, and post decision making process. Let me tell you how to remember this also. Say, for example, Rajini movie or our favorite Vijay movie has come. How will we decide whether we have to go for the movie? We will see all the reviews first on YouTube. What are they saying? They are saying it is very good movie. Now, psychological factor, internally also, I love Ilay Thalapathy Vijay, so I want to go and watch. So, external influence, internal influence. Then I will make the decision making process whether I have to go and watch the movie and all of those things. Then after I watch the movie, usually Vijay movie and all, minimum 5 times we have to watch. So, post decision making process, whether repeat purchase has to be made. This is customer behavior, 4 points. Let me show in the concept book also. Here, guys, let's quickly go through the text. External influences like advertisement, peer recommendation, social norms, they have a direct impact on the psychological and internal process and influence various consumer decisions. Focus of external effects is on numerous elements that have an impact on customers as they choose which needs to satisfy. So these aspects are divided into 2 groups: companies' marketing efforts and numerous environmental elements. Internal, I told you, internally also I want to watch a movie. That is a psychological factors which is internal to the customer, which is affecting the decision making process. So, customer behavior is influenced by a combination of internal and external influences. The third point is decision making. Decision making means you have to see whether there is a problem recognition, identify an existing need. Yes, I am bored. What can I do when I am bored? I can go and work out in the gym, or I can go and watch the Vijay movie. I will be desirable alternative and I will be listing them. What are the available alternatives? Then finally I will say, throw the gym and dustbin. Let me go to the Vijay movie and see, making the final choice. These 4 points are under decision making process. The fourth point is post decision making process, where they're talking about while a happy customer may make a repeat purchase and recommend to the others, customer with dissonance will neither purchase the product again nor recommend it to the others. If you don't like Vijay movies, then you will not recommend to other people. These 4 are customer behavior points. The next question I told you is about key success factors. I told you 3 questions are there. What product attributes are crucial to sales? What resources and competitive capabilities does a seller need? And third is, how does the seller achieve a sustainable competitive advantage where he can sustain in the market for a long term? These 3 questions basically determined if a company is successful, what are the key factors which is determining that they are successful in the market. These 3 questions are there for key success factors. In the third chapter, I've given you the third question. Sustainability of competitive advantages depends on 4 characteristics of resources. Let's see the text for that. See, here the side headings are very easy: durability, transferability, imitability, and appropriability. The heading for this is, do not forget, sustainability of competitive advantage depends on 4 characteristics of resource and capability. About sustainability in the long run, we saw in key success factors. So like that you can remember, if this question comes, durability, transferability, imitability, and appropriability. Inside that, read the text. Durability means the period over which the competitive advantage is sustained. That depends in part on the rate at which the firm's resources and capabilities are going to deteriorate. Similarly, capabilities which are result of the expertise of CEO also are vulnerable to his or her retirement or departure. That means if that CEO goes, he is only the brain of the organization. If he goes somewhere else, then the organization itself will fail. So that talks about durability. Transferability means even if the resources and capabilities on which a competitive advantage is made are durable, it is likely to be eroded by competition from the rivalry, because always in any industry competition will be there and they will be attacking the position, and if they have a competitive advantage, that relies on their gaining access of necessary resources and capability. Imitability. If resources and capabilities cannot be purchased by a would-be imitator, then they must be built from scratch. How easily and quickly can the competitors build the resources on which the firm's competitive advantage is based? You are having a competitive advantageous position. How did you get that? Because of something which you have done. Is that easily imitatable? You will have to see that also. That only is imitability. The last one is appropriability, which refers to the ability of the firm's owners to appropriate the returns on its resource base. Okay, you are having this success factor, you are flying at the top, but are you getting money from here? Are you taking the money and giving it to the resource base? That means if investor is investing in the startup, are the investors getting their money back after 2 years, after 3 years? That means there should be some growth. So ability of the firm's owners to appropriate the returns to the resource base. That means the rewards are directed to from where the funds were invested, rather than creating an advantage with no actual reward for the people who have invested the capital. That is called as appropriability, where resources has to go back to their base. This is the third concept, guys. Fourth one is market attractiveness and business strength. Usually in General Electric matrix, x-axis and y-axis market attractiveness and business strength, but there is a question where measured by what is a separate question. You'll have to know that. Quickly reading through the text here, the market attractiveness is measured by size of the market, market growth rate, industry profitability, competitive intensity, availability of technology, pricing trend, overall risk of returns, opportunity for differentiation of product, demand variability, segmentation and distribution structure. Business strength is measured by market share growth rate, profit margin, distribution efficiency, brand image, ability to compete on price and quality, customer loyalty, production capacity, technological capability, relative cost position and management caliber. They have not tested this question in the past, but there is a possibility that they can test, because multiple times they have tested as per General Electric matrix directly. But what is there in x-axis, y-axis? They can test. That's why I have added this, guys. Now the last one, culture, whether it is an ally or an obstacle. Here, guys, in page 5.43, where does corporate culture come from? Culture is manifested in a value, business principle, management preaches, management practices, whether it is an ally or obstacle. Simple. If it is compatible, it is an ally. If it is a conflict, it automatically becomes a peril to the obstacle for the strategy execution. Role of culture in strategy execution, where, for example, frugality and thrift are values strongly shared by organizational members, which is conducive to successful execution of low-cost leadership strategy. If you are doing low-cost leadership strategy, you have to have that minimalistic approach only, frugality approach, thrift approach, all of these things. So the culture has to reflect whatever strategy that you are having. So if they ask ally or obstacle, if it is compatible, it is an ally. If it is in conflict, then automatically it becomes an obstacle. That's it, guys. 5 concepts from my side. Let's see if this comes in the exam. All the very best, guys.